Hello, welcome back to the Awakening Movement channel, where we delve into the world of dreams and metaphysical aspects of the spiritual world. I'm here today coming from my very cozy space to deliver some information to you about precognitive dreams. So a lot of times with dream research or just people who have their own lucid dreaming practices, you'll come across the concept or the idea or the experience of precognition in dreams. And that basically means being able to view or experience future events in your dream state prior to those events unfolding in your waking reality. I have had my own experiences with precognitive dreams, and that's why I'm here to talk to you about it. Amongst academia and just the world of research, there are mixed reviews about whether or not a person can have a precognitive dream. There are those from the school of thought that there is no such thing as a precognitive dream, that we're really just viewing random symbols that come together and they're creating a storyline and it's just a coincidence. Then there are those who are on the same page as me and have experienced maybe firsthand that there are no such thing as coincidences. Many of my viewers probably are already very aware of synchronicity, and that there is no such thing as coincidence. There is what is, and what is a path that's unfolding in front of you in a very divine and elegant way to show you a direction. And part of that is your dreams that you get, right? So I have had personal experiences with precognitive dreams many times. I will give you a few examples of those. So about 3.5 years ago, a family member of mine broke a limb. But prior to them breaking their limb, I had a dream 3 days before where I was in a bedroom, and in that bedroom there was what I would consider a spirit energy. This is an energy outside of my dream characters, outside of my own psyche. There's a different sense that I pick up when these characters or these spirits enter my dreamscape. And I was in a bedroom with 2 beds, and there was a spirit that kind of was this kind of fog-like ethereal energy that was floating in the room, and it zoomed across the room and then configured itself into an older gentleman. There was, I think, a kitchen in that room outside of the bedroom, and the older gentleman went into the space and then came back out and then turned back into this kind of etheric energy and it began to leave the space. And in that moment I realized I was dreaming, and I became lucid, and I jumped off of the bed and I went to that energy and I said, wait, come back. I want to ask you a question. And the energy then configured itself back down onto the ground as a little boy with black straight hair and very brown beautiful skin. And I went down to the ground. This little boy was crouched onto the ground, kind of like in this pose. And I went down to the ground and I said, what is my purpose in life? And the little boy looked at me, and this is not the first time I've heard this, but his direct response was, your purpose is to love. And I kind of just took that in. And in that moment of me taking it in, the little boy turned his head to the bed. So there were 2 beds in this bedroom. And on the second bed, the family member of mine was laying there. And he said to me with big eyes, he said, so-and-so is going to break one of their limbs. And I remember feeling super shocked by that. And I jumped up and I went over to this family member and I held them, and I was so concerned for them, and I was like just consoling them. And then I woke up. I shared that dream immediately with my husband and told him exactly what happened, and he's such a great partner. He was sitting there listening to everything I was saying. I even received that message of your purpose is to love. It's so simple. It's so simple. Your purpose is to love. Your purpose is to love. So, 3 days go by and I get a phone call that my family member was injured and broke their arm. I didn't even remember the dream in that moment. I just went into action to go and help my family member out. And I called my husband and I told him, and he's the one who reminded me, and he said, you had a dream about this person and they said that a limb was gonna break. And I sat there in that moment and it was just like one of those like, whoa, like, did this really happen? And it did. I received a message from this spiritual presence in my dream. I did not feel any kind of negative energy from this presence. I did not feel that I was unsafe. I did not feel that I was being manipulated. It was just telling me. It told me. And that was one of the first precognitive dreams that I've had that were validated within a few days. And mind you, I do document my dreams so that I have this consistent practice that helps me to remember what my dreams are. So when things do happen, I can reference back and I'm like, oh my God, that happened in my dream. So that was my first experience. I did become lucid. So again, going back to lucid dreaming practice, if you are able to look through my videos on lucid dreaming and how to establish that practice, it'd be very helpful for you because your dreams are a trove. They are a treasure trove of information about yourself. It is a space where you can receive messages. It is a space where you can heal yourself. So if you're able to start the practice and stick with it, this is a lifelong practice. This isn't something that you do for just a few months and it didn't work out, so on to the next. It is a practice. You consistently do this practice and eventually one day things will come together. And even if you don't become lucid, remember that you have the ability now to recall your dreams, and in that recollection of your dreams, you are able to look back and start to understand yourself, your unconscious side, and start to piece things together. So there's just so much that can come from just starting the practice, even if you don't end up in lucidity right away, or even if you don't ever end up in lucidity. It's just the practice of acknowledging and documenting your dreams that can be so transformative for you. A practice is meant to be kept over time. There's highs and lows, but you just keep at it consistently. Second time that I had a precognitive dream was actually about 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I had a dream where I was financing a brand new car. I knew I was financing a car in the dream, and I woke up and I, like always, told my partner, and he's so sweet and just listening to me. And I said, hey, this was what my dream was. And that day I just so happened, mind you, we were not in the place to be financing any car. I just started looking online at different financing options and all that, and talking to my husband about it. And then it kind of got swept under the rug, right? So fast forward to just this past Thursday, about like 5 days ago now, I was driving my husband's car, his Jeep, and I got into a car accident on the way to work. And the car was totaled. We have 2 cars. But our car was in the shop, and with that, there's Morrison. He's come to say hello. With that, now we're down to 1 car, and we are now in the process of financing another car. So, it goes to show you that we have these dreams. They're signposts. They're showing us things like, hey, this is a potential future for you, and be aware that it's there. But if you're not aware of your dreams, then how would you know? So these are just these things, these synchronicities that happen between the dreaming state and the waking reality. And I come to realize the importance of keeping your mind's eye open to your dreams. You do receive information, you do receive precognitive information. But if you're not paying attention, you won't be able to receive it. And dreams are like if you don't really focus on them, when you wake up, it's like holding on to sand in your hand. It just starts to pour out, and by the end of the day, you might not even remember a whole dream series that maybe you did remember in the morning. So I'm a big proponent of writing your dreams down, giving the attention to them, because they're there for you. They're there as a guide. They're there to help you. Our society tells us it's not important to pay attention to our dreams because it's a bunch of nonsense. It doesn't make any sense, but it does. And if you do pay attention to your dreams, you will start to pick up on the symbolic language of your dreams. It's very in your face. You just have to take the time to study them. And then eventually you will see the patterns and things will begin to make sense. So precognitive dreams, for me, I have faith and I have personal experience with the fact that they are real, because I've experienced them firsthand. And I want to encourage others to start their practice of dream journaling. Simple. Don't even have to do any of the other practices. Just write your dreams down as much as you can, even just bullet points, because there are messages that are coming to you every single night when you go to sleep. We spend a good portion of our life sleeping. So that portion of our life where we are sleeping, we are receiving messages in that portion of our life. So moral of the story is precognitive dreams are real. Although people will disagree, I've experienced them firsthand. And I'm really interested in knowing if you've had a precognitive dream and what was that like for you. If you want to comment that on the bottom of this video, please do. I'm always very interested in hearing about other people's practices, from precognition to their ability to become lucid. What are their tools and techniques that they use? I'm always open, because I'm always open to receiving new information, because I'm a student of life and a student specifically of lucid dreaming. And I would love to hear about what you do. If you want to see more content like this, please hit like and subscribe to my channel so you can get notifications on my next video that I'm posting. I am very grateful for you to take the time to watch my videos. I will continue to post because this is just simply what I love to do. And I hope that you are receiving information that is beneficial to you and to your practice, or if you're just watching to learn about novel things. I'm so grateful to be able to do that. And I wish you a very deep and pleasant lucid dream tonight. I hope that you receive all of your heart's greatest desires in the dreaming world and in this reality. And with that, I thank you and I bid you a wonderful day.